Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aliffia Devi Ramadhani. My number person is 1 and I'm from 11-3. Here I want to tell you guys about Hortatory text. The title is Noisy Election. The 2024 Indonesian Presidential General Election, or also known as the 2024 Presidential Election, is the fifth general election in Indonesia which aims to elect the President and Vice President of the Republic of Indonesia. This election, there are three candidates, namely the first candidate pair, Baswedan and Muhaimin Iskandar. The second, namely, is Prabowo Subianto and Gibran Rakabuming Raka. The last, namely, Ganjar Pranowo and Mahfud MD. This election has become a political contest to elect a new president to replace Joko Widodo, who has retired from office after serving 2 terms as president and cannot run again based on the constitution. This general election will be held at the same time as the general election for members of the DPR RI, DPD RI, and DPRD throughout Indonesia. Meanwhile, the general election for new regional heads will be held on Wednesday, 27 November 2024. However, with the election events, which was also an arena for contestation, many parties joined in hailing their chosen presidential and vice presidential candidates. It is not uncommon for the behavior of candidate supporters or netizens to be bad. One example is the many buzzer accounts roaming social media. This buzzer account is not just any social media account. The owner of this buzzer accounts usually provide content related to their favorite candidate pairs, but they also vilify the image of the other candidate pairs. As an example of this content is various presentations of the achievement of presidential candidate Prabowo Subianto, whose position is Minister of Defense. However, on the other hand, there were also statements which seemed to corner or even vilify the other presidential candidates, namely Ganjar Pranowo and Baswedan. These buzzer accounts are usually bought or perhaps on their own initiative of fanatize the public. As a result of the actions of this buzzer, society has become divided in its views on choosing good leaders, regardless of whether what he spreads is fact or not. Many people who were initially convinced have become hesitant to place their trust in one of the candidate pairs. This fact-based opinion makes society, especially netizens, toxic in the midst of this election. The person who consumes this poison, others feel speech, namely hate speech. This utterance is issued to bring down the opposing party as a result of the buzzer maneuver. Meanwhile, people who are not contaminated by poisons or groups who have already made their choice from the start, of course, do not want their winning candidates to be vilified by them. There was an action of throwing hate speech at each other, not only hatred but also in the form of sarcasm and satire. Usually, hate speech and innuendo are thrown at each other on the TikTok platform in the comments of political content videos. As if the hate speech that is polluting our eyes and minds is not enough, there is something else that is also enlivening this chaos: hoax. Hoaxes can be said to be the root, but also the branch of this problem. Hoaxes are very cruel, destroying speech, poisoning the brain, and even destroying a country. This hoax circulates everywhere. Even hoax can be packaged so convincingly that many people believe them. Some of the exposure to the chaos on social media has actually confused the public. I don't know who else the public can trust. Most people just follow the news and rumors they believe in completely. As if they didn't want to just consume it themselves, they regurgitated the contents of the news in the form of statements that damage the dignity of the candidate pair. We should be part of taking over an ethical Election naturally, this event of political contestation once every 5 years is a place where peace prevails. Let's all make a successful election that is peaceful and far from hostility, because hostility will cause damage both mentally and physically. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.